Tyler Robinson just dropped a shocking twist that changes everything in the Charlie Kirk assassination case. At only 22, he sits inside a Utah jail cell, refusing to say a single word to federal agents about why he targeted one of America's most powerful conservative voices. But here's what could completely destroy his defense. The FBI already has him on tape admitting to the crime, and he doesn't even realize they caught him. Stay tuned, because what I'm about to reveal about his double-faced behavior and the evidence piling against him will leave you stunned. When I first heard about this case, I couldn't believe the arrogance the shooter was showing. Official records prove Robinson kept quiet with investigators, acting untouchable. But leaked testimony from his own family shows a different story. He had no problem bragging about killing Charlie Kirk to relatives. And trust me, the most shocking details are still to come.
Who was Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old Southwest Utah resident suspected of killing Charlie Kirk? Officials said bullets found with the alleged rifle used had messages written on them.
Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices bulges, capital OWO, what's this?" ? Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" ! Catch! Up arrow symbol, right arrow, and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow," and a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
Those messages appear to be part anti-fascist, part internet meme culture.
Here's how the story unfolds. First, Robinson's own family shattered his silence, turning him in after his chilling confession. Second, the FBI locked down evidence so powerful it leaves no doubt, from testimony to bizarre messages carved into bullet casings. Third, we dive into why a 4.0 student threw away his future for political violence. And what I'll reveal about his arrogance and the death penalty charges could forever change how you see radicalization. But before we go further, you need to know who Charlie Kirk really was. His assassination didn't just shake America, it sent shockwaves across the globe. At just 31, Kirk built Turning Point USA into a youth movement with hundreds of chapters nationwide. His influence reached Washington itself. Even Vice President J.D. Vance admitted that parts of Trump's administration's success came from Charlie's gift to unite and inspire a generation.
Stuff happens, and for 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us.
Charlie Kirk was famous for his Prove Me Wrong campus debates, where he faced college students head-on in unfiltered political showdowns. And that's exactly what he was doing at Utah Valley University, answering postal questions just like always. But then it turned deadly. His final question was about transgender mass shooters, and Kirk replied with just 2 chilling words: too many. Seconds later, a single bullet, fired from 200 yards away, struck his neck and killed him instantly. What shocked me most was Tyler Robinson's background. This wasn't some lost kid from a broken home. This was the picture-perfect American success story gone horribly wrong. Robinson scored a 34 on his ACT, placing him in the top 1% nationwide. With a flawless 4.0 GPA, he won a full presidential scholarship to Utah State University. His proud mother even filmed the call where officials congratulated him. But despite growing up in a $600,000 home filled with hunting trophies, something shattered. They all said the same thing about him: smart, quiet, respectful. The kind of student every teacher admired. And that's what makes his fall into darkness so terrifying. A criminologist studying the case said Robinson matched the pattern of someone who slips into isolation and radical thinking. But the most shocking evidence came straight from his own words. Utah Governor Spencer Cox revealed FBI files where Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk during a family dinner.
to school with this Tyler Robinson kid. I'll show y'all. That's him right there, Tyler Robinson. I'm not trying to like clout chase, make this about me, but I'm not gonna say I knew this kid really well. I didn't know him very well at all, but I definitely saw him for like 3 straight years in high school. And the best way I could describe him is just like a Reddit kid. I don't know, I feel like if you were in high school around that same time, and even probably now, like 2018, and then like, you know, those kinds of kids, but that's exactly what he was. All I'm gonna say is this is the kind of shit that happens when you spend way too much time online, and all of a sudden your beliefs are all the way this way or all the way this way, and you do some dramatic shit to please these people that are not your friends. This internet shit is seriously...
I can't even imagine the horror that father felt, realizing his own son was tied to a political assassination. According to law enforcement sources, he confronted Tyler Robinson, and here's the bombshell. Robinson admitted to targeting Charlie Kirk, but his words revealed something darker. When urged to surrender, he told his father he'd rather die than turn himself in. The family called their youth pastor, who reached out to U.S. Marshals and arranged the arrest. Robinson was found at his parents' home, dressed just like in the FBI surveillance video. The evidence was overwhelming. Investigators discovered a rifle wrapped in a towel, bullet casings with political messages like, "Hey fascists, catch," and "Bella Ciao," a protest anthem. Others were immature jokes. Expert Jillian Snyder said this showed his lack of consistency. Even more damning, his transgender roommate gave the FBI Discord messages about rifle plans.
Job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my fucking job. I was just fired from my fucking job. Now I have nothing but this. I have nothing but this website. I have nothing anymore.
No motive has been identified. Robinson was in his 3rd year of an electrical apprenticeship program at Dixie Technical College in southwest Utah, according to the state's school officials.
Authorities revealed Robinson sent chilling messages about dropping the weapon somewhere and wrapping it in a towel. That's exactly what the FBI later found. But here's the shocking part: his mix of planning and sloppiness. Criminal justice expert Jillian Snyder pointed out that while he carefully scouted a sniper position 200 yards away, he also left DNA by grabbing a railing with his bare hand at the university. Smart enough to plan, careless enough to expose himself, and despite confessing to his family, Robinson refuses to speak to federal investigators. Reports say he's staying silent, refusing to give motive or answers. Snyder believes he was told to keep quiet, but warns investigators already have digital evidence, family testimony, DNA, surveillance, and those Discord messages. Robinson thought silence made him look strong, but it only sealed his fate. Now he faces charges. And President Trump is demanding the ultimate punishment.
Conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
Photos from his mother's now deleted Facebook show a family apparently enjoying time together. There's also an apparent Halloween photo from 2017 with Robinson in a Donald Trump costume.
Law enforcement sources say it's almost certain Robinson will remain in pretrial detention. Attorney General Pam Bondi and the DOJ are also considering federal charges, which could mean multiple death penalty cases at once. But the fallout goes beyond courtrooms. Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, gave her first public statement, filled with anger and resolve. She vowed her husband's movement would only grow stronger. Conservative leaders like Ben Shapiro pledged to carry Kirk's mission forward, even calling it the blood-stained microphone Charlie Kirk left. Across campuses, students are breaking down, paying tribute to Kirk and his impact on young conservatives. In the UK, anti-immigration protests erupted after his death, while Utah Governor Spencer Cox admitted he prayed it wouldn't be one of us. The reaction is fierce. When someone mocked Kirk's death with cruel signs, crowds threw him into water, proof of how deeply America feels this loss.
Every day, he was such a good man. He still is a good man. He was the perfect father. He was the perfect husband. Charlie always believed that God's design for marriage and the family was absolutely amazing, and it is. It is, and it was the greatest joy of his life. And over, he would tell all these young people to come and find their future spouse, become wives and husbands and parents. And the reason why is because he wanted you all to experience what he had and still has.
Tyler Robinson believed he was clever enough to plan the perfect political assassination, but his ego and contradictions destroyed him. Yes, he was smart enough to earn a scholarship and map out an attack, but too careless to leave no trace, too immature to keep quiet online. He had the courage to confess to his family, yet refused to face federal investigators. That's what makes this case so chilling. How a promising young man with every advantage twisted into a political assassin. His silence with authorities while bragging to family reveals a broken psychology. And the evidence is crushing. Family testimony, his roommate's cooperation, DNA, surveillance footage, Discord chats, even bullet casings scrawled with bizarre messages. Robinson's arrogant silence isn't saving him. It's only helping prosecutors tighten their death penalty case. What do you think about his contradictions? How could someone with so much potential throw it all away for violence?